I went to private school for 12 years. I got expelled from my high school junior year and I got to go to public school. I had been begging to go to public school, and my parents said, "No, we want you to get a good education. We sacrifice a lot to pay for your tuition, and we want you to get the education that you're going to get at these Catholic schools." I did not see the value in that. Thank you very much. So I got expelled, and they didn't have another choice. I could see the differences immediately. First of all, the obvious, right? Like I had to wear a uniform, and in public school, you don't need to wear a uniform. I preferred the uniform. That was way easier. Second of all, well, high school at least was all girls, but the public school was like boys and girls. Also, I would have preferred just the all girls. That was way easier. It eliminated so much anxiety. Class size in private school, the graduating classes are really, really small. I think there were 176 girls total in my high school. Then when I went to public school, I think there were like, I don't actually know, but hundreds in my graduating class alone. Something my private school did not have was a smoking lounge. My public school had a smoking lounge, and all you had to do was get your parents to give you permission, and then you'd get a smoking pass. And in the middle of the day, you could just go to the smoking lounge, which was really just a courtyard in the middle of the school, and smoke. We still smoked in the bathrooms for some reason. One awesome thing about private school is you get off so many days. We would get off for every holy day, anything. We hadn't beat our rival girls' school in basketball in over 25 years. And we finally beat them. And so we got the day off. I would do stuff like that all the time. Or it was like half day because there's going to be mass or something, which I never cared about. That's when we would like skip school and stuff like that. In public school, there were so many clubs. There were so many things you could join. In private school, I don't remember any clubs, but that could have just been me not being a club person. I don't know if you guys know this, but in private school, in an all girls school, there aren't a lot of boys in the musicals. They put the word out for the boys' schools, hey, anyone want to be in this girls' school musical? And some of the boys do it, but for the most part, we had to play the boy parts. I was a Puerto Rican gang member in West Side Story named Indio. But in public school, boys galore. If you went to private school, when I did, in eighth grade, you took earth science. And then when you went to your private high school, biology was freshman year, chemistry was sophomore year, and then physics was junior year. When I transferred to public school in my senior year, they said you didn't take earth science because I didn't take it in high school. I had to take it. So that was a freshman class that I had to take. That was my first period class. What I would do is I would bite the hangnails on my nails, on the sides of my fingers. I would rip it off and I would squeeze the blood out of my fingers. So it would be dripping down. And I would go to my teacher and say, can I go to the nurse and get a Band-Aid? Eventually, he got a little sick of it and started storing Band-Aids in his drawer. But I got away with that an embarrassing amount of times. Another difference is I went to school earlier than my public school counterparts and came home earlier. Private school days started earlier, but we were home by like 2:30. Whereas my public school friends, sure, they got to sleep in a little bit later. I think their buses came at like 8, maybe, but they weren't home until like 3:30 in the afternoon. So one thing I was always really jealous of my public school friends is they got to always learn those really fun patriotic songs, 50 Nifty United States, or You're a Grand Old Flag. We didn't learn any of those kinds of songs. We learned like church songs. There was chorus, and I learned Latin. Everybody should learn Latin. It is so helpful. I can't even stand it. The one thing, though, that is common between both school experiences for me is that I didn't graduate from either one.